It's been about 2 years since I've done one of these, so you're gonna have to forgive me if I don't really come out with the same enthusiasm. But yeah, I'm not dead. Even though I'm getting a lot of messages and stuff on this channel and on like Instagram and on the Snapchat and all that stuff, and people who know me in real life have been reaching out that I haven't heard from in what feels like goddamn forever. But no, I am not a dead guy, and I kind of wanted to make this video just for a little life update, what happened to the channel, and then just a lot of stuff, just so that I can, I guess, move on without having to explain myself. I sounded so depressed right there, not my intention. I just didn't have any burrito yet, which I'm now destroying. What I want to go into first in this life update is why the channel is no longer there. You guys don't need to worry. I completely deleted it. I don't have any backup copies. I just wanted to move on. But some of y'all can't really handle that, so let me give you my three main reasons. First off, I started growing frustrated with the process of making these videos. I think during COVID was when I really started it. Right before the channel got demonetized completely, I took about a 2 week break from making videos, like at the height during COVID. It was probably, just a couple months into it. And then the videos stopped getting recommended to people. I kind of was frustrated with that, even though the goal wasn't, like when I started this channel, it was never to, be a big YouTuber or anything. But once I started seeing the number go up, that's all I wanted to see. And after, a couple more years of posting, and then the views just started going down and down. And, I understand that a lot of that was my fault. I wasn't really creating the videos that probably a lot of people wanted to see, but I was never a proponent of making stories that never happened. I kind of hated those types of YouTube videos where you could obviously tell, oh, this is a story, which I understand for entertainment. Sure, I probably could have thrown together 3 nights and said it all happened in one night, but that just didn't really feel genuine to me. And my goal was always to be, genuine and not to lie to the audience or anything. So, that's another reason I'm making the video right now. But overall, I just kind of fell out of love with the process of making the videos, and I kind of just grew tired with being frustrated, which is one of my least favorite things. I also had a little bit of that was just a selfish reason, all in all, you could say. And you might be asking yourself, well, why didn't you just leave the videos up? So those are some of my favorite videos from, like 5 years ago now. And the main reason I had to delete it actually was right after COVID ended, I got a job, and then they did a background check on me, and they fucking found the goddamn channel. And I still got hired and everything, but that was kind of like a not a super serious job. It was, like some random, just kind of ticky-tacky thing to help pay for textbooks at college. But I felt kind of violated by that. I don't know how they found it, but they did. So the channel stayed up for probably, 2 years after that. But I started a new career, and this is the one that I'm going to do for my entire life, hopefully. And I didn't want this job to find out about it, because this would be something that, like, the channel would be something that would completely destroy my chances of getting hired in it, because it's a very competitive field. And yeah, I didn't want the fact that I did stupid YouTube videos when I was 16 to be a barrier to entry for me. The next section is more about why I stopped posting and kind of more of a life update. So let's just kind of get moving. I haven't posted consistently, especially on like you know, the animation side of things. Well, quote unquote, for about 2 years now. I made, some guitar videos for, that last year that I was posting, and then I just deleted the channel last year. So, let's just go over a couple of like the major points. Um, 2 years ago, I was in a relationship where I was kind of, going a little too hard on the Sazul and, like smoking and all that. And then the relationship I was in wasn't really the best for me. It was, pretty, you know, verbally and physically abusive towards me. So I had to get out of that, obviously. And I also went through kind of a radical change in what I wanted to do with my life because before I really wanted to, be in advertising and make, like commercials and stuff because I always thought to myself, oh, I'm watching, the basketball game and I've seen this commercial 5 times. I think I could do a better job than whatever. But so I changed my major and, I was going to college and then went through, I ended up breaking off with that girl that I was with. And then probably 6 months later, I ended up finding the love of my life. So that's pretty epic in my eyes. And she helped me fix a lot of the issues I was going through. And one of the funny parts, I guess, is the main thing that was fucking up my life was smoking weed and eating edibles and all that. Because I haven't, if I'm being honest, I haven't really smoked in God knows how long. But like eating edibles was like really fucking me up because all I was thinking was, oh yeah, well, it would be really nice to go to this movie if I were high. And then, that's pretty innocent, but then it started evolving into every single activity. And oh my God, I'm high and I have a class right now. Or, oh yeah, well, shit, I could go to my niece's birthday party stoned. Who cares? It'll be fine. Everyone's family here. But both of us made a pact with each other where, we would just stop. And the last time I smoked weed was probably in November. And the main reason I haven't done it since was when the last time I had it, I actually had a seizure. And if you guys, remember, the tumor that I have causes seizures. And the main reason that I was smoking weed to begin with was because I was under the impression that it would stop seizures and at least limit the chances. But it was just kind of one of those, bad, like wrong time, wrong place kind of things, I guess. But I haven't had a desire since. And it just kind of makes me feel stupid, if that makes sense, which I bet a lot of you guys are sitting there going, huh, yeah, I do feel kind of dumb a good chunk of the time. But yeah, that really changed my perspective on all of that. And then I guess a another big part of my life, like one of my close friends ended up dying from liver cancer, and that kind of made me really just want to like put the brakes on basically every single creative pursuit that I did and just kind of like focus in because, relatively he was pretty young. He was just in his, like early 50s. And he just kind of, he like called me one week and he told me, he's like, oh, I found out that I have something wrong with my stomach. It's been hurting for a couple months. And then I told him he got to get an MRI because, the stuff that I've been through. And then, 2 weeks later, he calls me and he's just like, I have fucking liver cancer. And within 2 weeks, he was dead. And then I, I was really shocked by that. That's the first time I really had someone who I knew that died, like that I knew like in a close way, which really just fucked me up. And then that kind of just forced me to start focusing more on real life and going, okay, well, playing guitar and the YouTube channel, everything's great, but I want to, focus on my career and really like building something that will last. So yeah, ever since then, that happened also in November, right around the same time was the last time I smoked weed. And then life's just been going just fucking perfect. I graduated college with honors. I, you know, have just been working and enjoying, hanging out with my girlfriend. And yeah, that's just kind of it. Nothing really has been happening. I mean, I have enough stories in my head right now over the last 2 years where I could probably make, you know, 100 videos. But I don't know if that would be helpful to the people watching it, because when I was making the videos, consistently when the channel first started, I was like 17, 18, 24 now. And I don't really think that's helpful, because I can't tell you how many goddamn comments I've read, years ago. And it's like a 13-year-old going like, what strain should I do for my first time smoking? And that never really hit me right, because like I have like little cousins and like a niece and shit that are like around that age. And I'm like, fuck, what am I doing? But yeah, I'm not really an advocate for it anymore. And I don't really have a problem with you if you do it, but it's just like, it's not smart, you know? But yeah, this is, odds are, I'm probably not gonna make another video after this, but who knows? Maybe in a little while I might try to start, making some of those stories that I had in videos, but probably not. I think this is gonna be the only video I make. But I did say that about my last video, so we'll see. This is MSPaint signing off, and yeah. Oh, and also for those wondering, the cancer's doing good. So I'm no longer on chemo. I'm on like these new meds, and they're working great. But that's about it. Hope you have a good day, and I wish you luck on your endeavors. I still stutter like a motherfucker though. But yeah, good luck. I guess if I had to say one thing to like wrap up the video, it's like, fix your life up, man. Like, you got one. So, see ya.